What is going on, guys? Justin here, and today we're going to be going over the 2015 C63s. This is the first generation car of the C63s, and today we're going to be going over whether you should purchase this car in 2022. So this car being a 2015, it is now 7 years old, so it is a little outdated, but it's still got that amazing bi-turbo V8 that everyone loves from Mercedes-Benz. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. So if you're thinking of picking up this car, the main reason is definitely because of that engine. One of the most iconic engines of all time, the twin turbo V8, pushing out 469 horsepower. This engine is a monster, and sending all that power to the rear wheels, it can definitely get out of hand sometimes. Trust me, I've learned from experience. So because we're talking about that engine, let's just take a look at it. Absolutely beautiful. And I tell anyone when they're taking a look at any 63 model of Mercedes, and you will not go wrong with the engine, man. This shit will hold up. This shit is a beast, an absolute tank. The next point I'd love to make about this car is the look. This is such now an iconic body style from Mercedes. You get the quad tip exhaust on the 63. This car just looks so good, and the same carries out throughout the interior. I like how this C63 doesn't come with the bucket seats, and honestly I do not think you need them in the 63. And of course we got the stamping on the headrest, and for having 55,000 kilometers on it, the leather condition, of course we got a few signs of wear right there and along the side, but generally this looks very, very good. Now this one does come with the half leather, half Alcantara, and of course it's showing its sign of wear like all Alcantara steering wheels do. So definitely keep that in mind if you're shopping around for one. Definitely check out the Alcantara condition. I know you can get some stuff to revive it and make it look good again. You can even just update the steering wheel to the newer generation, which is probably something I would do. Now you still got the amazing Burmeister audio, and the speakers are definitely still holding up 7 years later. They sound amazing. And in my opinion, the only thing this car has lacking is the infotainment screen. Now starting the car on up, we got the nice AMG welcome logo and the screen. Now my Honda Civic has a nicer screen than this car, so if you are thinking about making the purchase on a 2015 C63, definitely keep that in mind. Yes, you still have the navigation, but you get no CarPlay. You get a little small media screen. You know, your phone's probably bigger than this, and that is the only downside. But I guess when you're in a C63, it doesn't matter because you're just going to be listening to that beautiful V8 the entire time. The dynamic selection. Now you have between Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Race. And my favorite of the bunch is actually Individual, because you're able to go in there and customize the exhaust, the traction control, engine, and within each one you have multiple different settings. You want the engine in Race, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus. You can go back, and then you can go in and change the suspension in Comfort, Sport Plus, and Sport. So there's so many different customization settings, you know, whether you want to drive in manual mode or automatic, which is really awesome. So I've set it up to what I like: engine Sport Plus, suspension in Sport, manual mode, of course we need that valve open, and traction control on because I ain't trying to lose it going down the highway. Another thing I do love about the interior are the nice seat belts. You can get them in red and yellow as well. And looking up, we got a nice panoramic sunroof front and back. Of course, only the front does open up. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up on the interior. Again, they're making this interior for like 5 years straight, so you know, everything works, everything feels good. The buttons, you know, everything just works. So there's no complaints. It looks a little outdated. That's the only thing. This one actually has upgraded paddle shifters that are a little longer than the stock ones. So that's enough talking about the interior. Let's get some exhaust clips. So as you guys just heard, this V8 sounds so good, so iconic. And if you put any sort of aftermarket exhaust on this car, the amount of burbles, crackles, and just the different kind of notes you can get from this car are absolutely endless. With this car being out for 7 years, there are a ton of different customization things, whether it goes down to wheels, diffusers, different body kits. You know, you can get all the carbon fiber you'd ever want on a C63s with this car. You could even give it the facelift Pan-Americana grille. Out the box already, you guys are getting a fantastic car. You're getting them around $60,000 Canadian, which you could probably pick up between 40 and 55, 60,000 US if you get a good example. So without further ado, let's take it out for a drive. You have this car in comfort mode and the valves are closed. This is just very quiet, very tamed. So like I was saying, if you want this thing to be tamed, it'll be tamed. But if you want this thing to open up, as you can see, the traction control sign coming on there. This thing 100% can go sideways very fast if you're not paying attention or you don't know what you're doing. With 469 horsepower going straight to the rear wheels, it can be a lot. All right, we got a little bridge. So good. Honestly, this drives a lot nicer than the C43 in the aspect that, you know, it's not all-wheel drive and the steering response is just so much better. All right, guys, we're at the gas station. This car is about 1 bar till empty, so let's see how much this is to fill up. Of course, 91, big boy V8. All right, guys, $85 in so far. I'm guessing it's gonna go up to 145. All right, 125. Honestly, not as bad as what I was thinking. Is it worth it to pick it up? Honestly, yes, because this is a dying breed. You are not gonna get any more V8s like this from Mercedes ever again. As you guys see, the new 63 is going electric, hybrid technology. This is the last of its kind. So whether you pick this up in the sedan or the coupe version, you definitely cannot go wrong with either or. Guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys wanna see a review on the C43, I could bring that out next. So with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.